Well, how's it going, everybody? Today is Thursday. I think it's November 21st. We started putting out fertilizer on the cereal rye here at the milk cow fields. I think, let's see, Tuesday about 5 o'clock. And then by the time they got the KVH loaded and Wes got it and got it back and all that stuff, it was 5 o'clock before the first fertilizer went on the ground. And then got about 60-70 acres done that night, and then that's all we did yesterday was put out fertilizer. Me and Jeremy were swapping seats. Whoever was available to go spread was spreading. So we managed to get 250 acres done all together. And so Wes right now is going to get another load, another 50,000 pound load on that KVH. The KVH is the trailer that the fertilizer comes in, or you got a couple different trailers, but we're using a KVH right now, and it's 2 hoppers and an auger out the back. That's how you load it. So today what we're going to be doing is we got a few heifer fields to fertilize, and then we'll be fertilizing the hay fields. I just put too much baleage. Oh well, for the dry cows, be fine. So it did start raining this morning. Not a whole lot, just right now it's kind of a sprinkle, drizzle, just enough to have everything wet. And so it should be no big deal, but that's where we're gonna go today, is just try to get fertilizer put out. That more than likely we'll have the truck, the semi truck following the fertilizer truck around to make it go faster. And we'll see if we get it all done today. We are having there's a hole in the sidewall of a tire on the spreader. A guy was supposed to come fix that, but he hadn't showed up, and I doubt he shows up since it's raining. But we'll just deal with it. Just keep putting air in it if we have to. Hole's long enough. At least get a few loads out. We're putting out fertilizer now. It's already later in the afternoon, about 2:30. Jeremy met Wes over at the hayfield on Highway 64. He got those 60 acres done. That's got like 10 acres of Maton rye, and then 50 acres of triticale on it. The triticale looks like it's outgrowing the Maton, and it all looks pretty good. Right now we're down the road from the dairy a couple miles, spreading on 40 acres. Yeah, hang on. Jesus. Spreading on 40 acres of Maton rye. I finished planting this field on November 6th. It's like 2 to 3 inches tall. It looks like it germinated really good. It just needs some fertilizer and some water on it. It'll be good to go. I got a chart here in the door. I can look up the cubic feet and the gear that we're running in. The 50-foot swath. Hang on, got turn. Anyway, I can look up the gear and the swath and all that, and the speed that we're running the chain on, which right now is low. And it'll tell me where to set the door for however many pounds that we want to put out an acre. So the door is open 2 inches right now, and that's 200 pounds an acre. Like I said earlier in the video, we wrapped up the milk cows yesterday, and we still got some heifers in these hay fields to do. We're doing this field, and we're going to go across town and do the other field. The other hay field that's got probably 45 acres of triticale planted on it. Just because they're kind of low-lying areas, or they have low-lying areas in them, and if it rains, we're going to be screwed on getting in there. So the sun's out right now. It keeps raining on and off, and it's supposed to rain tonight and in the morning. So with that, we're going to put our foot through the floor and get this fertilizer put out and try to get it all done today. So what we're doing right now is kind of highly unusual or abnormal for this area. There's not a lot of dairies left around here, so nobody really wants ryegrass. And I never saw another drill running other than ours. I know there's one running right now, just now planting way behind, in my opinion. But usually a lot of people will spray off and kill the volunteer rye, and a lot of hay gets baled, coastal hay. So, so what we're doing is really abnormal. And when we were over on Highway 64, I showed up over there right at the end, and I seen a guy in a Ford truck driving down the highway. He about broke his neck trying to figure out what we were doing and why we were putting out fertilizer. It looked like he was about to run into a mailbox, which was a good thing he missed it, because I think the mailbox would have split that Ford in half. Alright, we're done with this field. It got dark and cloudy over there, so the rain's coming. It's so humid right now that the fertilizer is melting. You see it on the mirrors. It's all over the hood, all over the window, all over the back glass. But Wes pulled up here earlier, and I pulled out the driveway. He got in the ditch, and I pulled out the driveway and loaded up. Now he's sitting right there, and he's gonna follow behind me to the hay field across town. He's on his phone. He's probably watching YouTube. Alright, so we're headed across town. Downpour. Well, that was quick. That's what she said. I already stopped raining. We're done here. We didn't get to plant it all, so that's why we're not fertilizing all. We'll have to see how the volunteer comes up. If the volunteer ride comes up good, we'll come back and fertilize that later. We're headed off to the great big hill where we graze heifers at through the winter. Hill's done. Where's the gate? Oh, there it is. Alright, we're done putting out fertilizer, but I had 1 pound of fertilizer left in this tray here. I mean, that's all the fertilizer that was left. Just basically what was wet and stuck to the sides was sliding down. Oh, so this tray here, yeah, you slide it back and forth for the different types of fertilizer you're spreading, whether it's straight nitrate or blended or lime or whatever. You slide this back and forth, and then it places the material onto the paddle where it needs to be spread evenly all the way across. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but for you that don't know, fertilizer is extremely corrosive. So the tray fell down onto the paddles. It knocked off 4 of the paddles here. That should go. It should be like that right there. Anyway, it just broke those bolts right off when it hit. These are fine. They just need to be bolted back on. And then see, Like on this one here, that's a stainless steel bolt, but it's the nut's not. The nut's gone. The fertilizer has ate it all the way through. All right, I washed some of the fertilizer off so I could see what happened, and I figured it out. You see on this side, let's see if I can point. You see on this side right here, this track. This should be in here, and then that when you slide it back and forth, it gives it like a track to ride on. Looks like it had like a flat piece that was welded in here onto this other flat piece, which made the track. On this side, the whole thing's gone. So what happened is that must have been pretty much rusted all the way through the weld. You can't even really tell where it was welded, but looks like it was rusted all the way through. And then so that plate fell off first, which I don't even know where it is. It was probably first to hit the paddle, so it went flying, and then the tray came down and hit the paddles. So just all right there at the last minute. If this would have been a couple hours ago, we'd be screwed. But we're done putting out fertilizer for now. We won't have to put any more fertilizer out till probably into February, early March. So we got time to get this fixed. So I'm sorry for the lack of action shots. I just didn't have the time today. It was trying to beat the rain and get that fertilizer put out. Wes made it back with that KBH with 50,000 pounds at about 11 o'clock. Jeremy got started. We traded places at about, well actually he brought it back, and then at about 1:30 a guy came and fixed the tire that had a leak, and then I got going about 2:30, and then just now finishing it up here at 8 o'clock. So we've just been rolling as hard as we can, and went from 2 miles past the dairy to 8 miles north of the dairy. So just, yeah, had to get it done. With that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.